Alrighty, everyone. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. Welcome back to our 2017 National Pastime Next Generation Plus One and Done Baseball Tournament. We are in game number 3. We're in the North bracket here. Let's go ahead and bring this information up for you guys here. Dum bum 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 bum. Alrighty. Hey, Sports Time Machine. Great job tonight on the wrestling. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. You do such a good job with that. So, congratulations to you. That is awesome. And thanks for letting me know that you were doing that. And so we didn't conflict with one another. And Robbie, how are you guys doing? Alrighty. So, let me zoom over to our other screen here with the power of the internet here. All right, so here is a breakdown of what has happened so far if you're just joining in on the league here. In game number 1, the Seattle Mariners in the bottom of the 14th inning. The Grand Salami to win it. The 16 seed takes out the 17 seed and moves on to face off against the number 1 seed Los Angeles Dodgers. In our South bracket, we had the Los Angeles Angels and the Miami Marlins going back and forth, and the Los Angeles Angels actually scored 1 run in the, I believe it was the bottom of the 7th inning to tie it up. Nothing in the 8th, nothing in the 9th, and in the top of the 10th inning, Marcell Ozuna for the Marlins with the home run, and 2 games in, both games extra innings. So we're back up in the North bracket. This is game number 2. The New York Yankees, the 8th seed, will take on the New York Mets, the 25 seed. A little Subway Series for you here in game number 3. And 2 powerhouse teams. One of them is going to be knocked out in the first round. So looking forward to bringing this to you guys. Al, Red Sox fan, thank you so much for joining us. We are here. Away we go here in the Yankee Stadium. The Mets, the 25 seed. The Yankees, the 8th seed. Here's the lineups. Jose Reyes at third base, batting first. Asdrubal Cabrera, the shortstop, batting second. Yoenis Cespedes, the left fielder, batting third. Curtis Granderson, center fielder, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Michael Conforto, the DH. Batting 6th, Neil Walker, second baseman. Batting 7th, Jay Bruce, right fielder. Batting 8th, Ludus Duda, the first baseman. And batting 9th, Travis DeNarnold, the catcher. Pitching today for the New York Mets, Noah Syndergaard. For the Yankees lineup, it goes as follows. Batting first, Brett Gardner in left field. Batting second, Sterling Castro at second base. Batting third, Aaron Judge in right field. Batting fourth, the DH, Matt Holliday. Batting fifth, Chase Headley, the third baseman. Batting sixth, Ronald Torres at second base. Batting seventh, Jacob Ellsbury in center field. Batting eighth is Gary Sanchez, the catcher. And batting ninth, Greg Bird, the first baseman. Pitching today for the New York Yankees, Masahiro Tanaka. So Tanaka will take on Syndergaard, and we're going to have us a match here. Alrighty, let's just check the. They were seeded by wins and losses. Sorry, didn't see the original video. Yes, they were seeded by original wins and losses. Correctamundo. And the highest 2 win totals, the Dodgers and Cleveland got a bye in the first round. All right. Phew, it's not DeGrom. Thank God, says Sports Time Machine. Ah, that's true. You never know. It was a tough decision, but the manager of the Mets decided to go with the lefty, Noah Syndergaard. Alrighty, so let's go and get things underway here. So Jose Reyes steps up to the plate. Masahiro Tanaka finishes his warm-up pitches. Hope everyone can see everything okay. And here's everything. And away we go. Reyes, Tanaka, and game 3 is underway. It's a 53. 53 is a 19. Bases empty 19. We're going to be checking the third baseman right off the bat. Third baseman is Chase Headley. He's at 24 R3. So 24 or less, he'll have the error. 26, just barely from his knees, throws it to first. 4-3 put out. Jose Reyes just by half a step. I'm going to slide things over just slightly here. Just ever so slightly, so I have enough room to place down the extra card. There we go. All right. That brings up Asdrubal Cabrera, 1 out here for Yankees. The Yankee Stadium has erupted. Ken Castro's in the house. Ken Castro is arrived. Hello. 41. Hello, learn how to read. 24. 24 is going to be Tanaka against the lefty. Is it K6? K6 is not on the list, so it's going to be a 4-3 put out. So second base, very busy early in this game. Sterling Castro, 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Yoenis Cespedes, Tanaka trying to get the 1-2-3 inning. Yankee Stadium on their feet. Uh-oh. 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 That one's going. That one is well hit. It's headed out and gone. Yoenis Cespedes with a single home run shot in the top of the first inning, and the Mets dugout erupts. 1-0 Mets. Curtis Granderson, 61. That is a 40, and that's going to do it for the first inning. Maybe we have a third baseman check. Chase Headley is at 24 R3. 24 or less will be an error. 23, and it is an error on Chase Headley. So that is an E3. So the inning is not over yet. Granderson makes it to first on the error, the overthrow by Chase Headley. That brings up Michael Conforto, the DH for the Mets. Meet the Mets, greet the Mets, says Al Red Sox fan. And that is a 56 with the runner on first. 56 is going to be a 34. 34 again is going to be another error check. First baseman this time. That's Greg Bird. He does not many. He has a 0 error, so no error check needed. And against the lefty, he's a K6. That is not on the list, so it will be a fly out to first. So that's going to be a P3, and that is 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. All kinds of ones going on there, and the Mets take an early 1-0 lead. Is that all that Noah Syndergaard will need for the win? We shall find out. Brett Gardner, lefty-lefty matchup here against Noah Syndergaard. That's a 16-28, and bases empty, 28. Syndergaard is a K3 versus righties, K8 versus lefties, and a 28, that is going to be a strikeout. Strikeout of Gardner. Down he goes. Sterling Castro busy in the top end of the first inning. Let's see if he can continue. 44, that's a 7. That's going to do some damage. Single to right field. That is a single by Sterling Castro. That brings up, all rise, Aaron Judge. I saw him play the other day in a spring training game against Detroit. 2 home runs for Aaron Judge. That is a 35. Runner at first. 44 is not going to do it, although hit by pitch. No. So the runner will take a hit by pitch. So hitting Aaron Judge will be Noah Syndergaard, and Judge will go down to first. That brings up Big Daddy Matt Holliday, runners at first and second all of a sudden. And the Yankees have something going here in the bottom of the inning. Runners at first and second. Matt Holliday, 16 is a 24. That is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And that's not what the Yankees needed to see, and that's going to do it. 6-4-3, and that is 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of the second. Yankees had their chance, but Matt Holliday hits into the 6-4-3. That brings up Neil Walker, the second baseman for the Mets. 1-0 Mets. 43 is a 29. Bases empty, 29. And against the lefty, Tanaka has a K6. K6 is not on the list, but it's a little dribbler back to Tanaka. He picks it up, throws over, and Bird on first base makes the catch. A 1-3 put out. Neil Walker's down. That brings up Jay Bruce. 25 for Bruce. That is a 9. That could be danger. So against the lefty, Tanaka is at 24 or less. So 24, and Tanaka is able to get the out. Pop up to second base there. P4 on Jay Bruce. So good job, good pitching there by Tanaka. Jammed him, and Bruce got under that one, popped it up to second. Making the catch is Castro. Lucas Duda. Two-way here in the second inning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That one's going. It's out to right field. Standing there watching it go over his head and out of the stadium is going to be Aaron Judge. He can't reach that one. And Lucas Duda, again with 2 outs, another solo home run for the Mets. And just like that, it's 2-0 Mets. And the 8th seed is in trouble early. Travis DeNarnold, 42. That's going to be a 27. And against the right-hander, he's a K5. That is a strikeout. So Tanaka gives up 2 home runs so far. 2 hits, both of them go yard. And the Mets take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the second inning. Chase Headley, Noah Syndergaard. 25 is an 8, and we'll be testing Syndergaard against the... He throws lefty, so Headley would be batting right, and that will be a hit. A single to start things off for the Yanks. Can they mount their comeback here? That one got through short, back up the middle. Ronald Torres, the second baseman for the Yanks. That's a 23. That is a 12 with the runner on first. 12, and that is a 4-3 double play. 4-3-6. 4-6-3. That's what I meant to say anyways. 4-6-3 double play. And that is 2 outs for Jacob Ellsbury. That's going to clear the bases for the Yankees. And the stadium is kind of sitting down now, and everyone's a little afraid here in a cold day. 61 is a 39, and that's going to probably do it. No, we do have a shortstop test. So shortstop is Asdrubal Cabrera. He is a 35, not a good defender. Will Asdrubal Cabrera, 35 or less, that is an error. Unless the pitcher has a W result. Okay, so neither one of the pitchers have a W result, so we don't need to worry about that. So that is an error. That is a error on the shortstop, E6. So inning is not over, and both defenses have had an error so far. So Ellsbury gets to first on the error by Cabrera as he launches one over the head of the first baseman. Unable to make the play, of course, is Lucas Duda. Gary Sanchez, the catcher, 42. That's a 45 with runner on first. I'm not sure that's going to do it. Z4 against the right-hander. Syndergaard is a Z4. So that's only 2 balls. So 2 balls, 2 strikes against Gary Sanchez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 25. That is an 8 8, we're going to be testing Syndergaard against the righty. He is a 0, so it will be a hit. Single, line drive into left field. Runner moves to second, so the error and now a single. And just like that, we have 2 men on for the Yankees, just like the first inning. Can they capitalize this time? Runners at first and second. Greg Bird up. The bird's the word. That's a 14. That is a 30. And he is a lefty. That is a K8 result. That is a strikeout. Greg Bird down on strikes. And the Yankees leave him 2 men on again. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Mets. Surprise, surprise. Tabby is Baseball Demos is here. Tabby will be on the team jester. She will be the team mascot. All right. Tabby knows a good team when she sees it. So if you guys have not signed up for Baseball Demos YouTuber baseball tournament, be sure to go to his channel and check out his video he done and leave him a message on the player card info so that he can create a player for you and get you in the tournament. So looking forward to that. On to the top of the third inning. Jose Reyes back up against Marishano Tanaka. Ooh, almost another one. 65. That's a 35 with no one on. And no W result, so it's going to be a... He's batting left-handed, so it's going to be a pop-up to third. So a P5 out for Jose Reyes. Asdrubal Cabrera, 0 for 1. 23, that is a 12. 12 is going to be a pop-up to the our dribbler back to the pitcher. So it's going to be a 1-3 put out. 2 away quickly, but this is where the Mets have struck. Both of their home runs have come with 2 outs in the inning. Yoenis Cespedes has one of those home runs. 52. That's a 27. Not a home run this time. 27. He is a righty. K5. It is a strikeout by Tanaka. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and that is the first inning. The Mets have not scored. So go to the bottom of the third. Still 2-0. The 25th seed Mets lead this one 2-0 against the 8th seed Yankees. Brett Garner struck out to start off the first. 35, that is a 22. We're going to be checking the catcher. Catcher is going to be Travis DeArnold. He's a 13 R2. Can't get much better than that. 13 or less will be an error. That time he's okay, so it's going to be a 2-3 put out. 2-3. 1 away. Brings up Sterling Castro. Singled in the first. 46. That is a 13. Steve, right 3, swing and a miss. Brings up Aaron Judge. He got a single in the first as well. Actually, no, he got hit by the pitch. I'm sorry. Aaron Judge hit by the pitch. Let's see if Aaron Judge can get some payback for that. 21. That is a 13. That'll be a strikeout. So Noah Syndergaard, 2 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the fourth, cruising through this game. 2-0 Mets. Tanaka comes back out to face off against Curtis Granderson. He got on with the error to Chase Headley in the first inning. 26, that is a 13. This time he's down on strikes. So Curtis Granderson says goodnight, walks back to the bench. Michael Conforto popped up to first his first time up. 13 is a walk. He will, wait a minute, let's just double check. Does he have a Z3 against lefty? He does have a Z3, so that is actually a 2-2 count. So 2-2 count for Conforto. Good thing I checked. That's a 21, and 21 is going to be a 13. So he does strike out. So back-to-back strikeouts by Tanaka, and brings up Neil Walker. 63 is a 30, and that's going to end the inning. He's going to bat from the left side, so that's a K6. K6 is a strikeout. So Tanaka strikes out the side in the fourth inning. Mets flailing at everything that came close to the plate that inning, and it didn't work. Very easy inning, excuse me, for Tanaka. We need some more players in our tournament, so if you guys have not signed up with baseball demos, check out his channel. Make sure you send some information, let them know you're interested in joining up. Matt Holliday grounded in 6-4-3 to end the first inning. And that is a 13. This time, against the righty, he is a Z4. And that is 2 balls. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Matt Holliday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 51. And this time he walks him. So 3-2 pitch high and inside. And that'll be a walk to Matt Holliday. He'll head down to first base. Chase Headley up. Singled in the second. AC Yanks down 2-0. 43, and that's a 29 with runner at first. 29, and he is going to be hitting from the right-hand side, so that is a K3, and a K3 is a strikeout. So a strikeout there, Chase Headley. Ronald Torres, second baseman, 1 away. 43, and that is a 29, and just like his predecessor, he is a right-hander, though. Right-hander, he is a K3. And K3 is there. So back-to-back strikeouts by Syndergaard. And just like that, two outs in the inning. Jacob Ellsbury, 45. And that's a 14 with a runner on first. Against the lefty, he is a Z4. So once again, control by Noah Syndergaard is going to keep him from walking. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes again against Jacob Ellsbury. 65 is a 35. 35, he does not have any walk rating. So Ellsbury's a lefty. He's going to pop it up to left field. That is an F7. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th inning. Still 2-0 Mets. 2-0 Mets. Surprising here, the 25th seed Mets in front on 2 home runs, one by Cespedes and one by Lucas Duda. Due up Jay Bruce, he popped up to second his first time up. Has a 13, that is a 14. 14 again, we have to check, does he have a Z3 against lefties? He does. So Tanaka, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So that's actually a good result. If you don't have that Z3 or Z4, when you get a 14, it'll be a walk. So this gives the pitchers an extra chance of getting the out. 64 is a 13. He strikes him out on the 2-2 pitch. So Bruce down on strikes. 2-2 pitch, perfect by Tanaka that time. Lucas Duda, home run in the second. 46, that is a 13. That is a strikeout. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row by Mariano Tanaka. And the Mets have not hit anything in the last 2 innings. Travis DeArnold, and Tanaka has a chance of going 2 innings in a row, striking out the side. 61 is a 36. That time it's going to be a dribbler somewhere. 36. He doesn't have any W results, so it's a pop fly to left field. So finally somebody gets on bat on ball, but it doesn't go very far as the left fielder comes in and makes the play. That is going to be Brett Garner. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the last 3 innings. Not much to show for it, but the Yankees have not done much either. Gary Sanchez, he is singled his first time up. The groundhog is on the most wanted list. I haven't seen spring yet. Cold and raw here, says Baseball Demos. It was cold here in Florida. It was cold today. It was I had my jacket on at work. It was so damn cold. So I know if it's cold down here, it's got to be freezing up there where you guys are at. Let's see. I need to adjust my camera just so slightly so I can get more down like that. I think there we go. Let's try that. All right. Make sure everything's lined up there. So we are in the bottom of the fifth already, cruising right along. Gary Sanchez, Noah Syndergaard. 16 is a 28, and that's not going to do it. Right-hander, he's a K3. K3 is not on the list, so it's a 6-4. I'm sorry, a 6-3 put out. Shortstop to first base. Sanchez down. Greg Bird struck out his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup, 24, and strikes out again. Back-to-back strikeouts by Greg Bird. And Noah Syndergaard actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Struck out 5 of the last 8 batters himself. So very good pitcher's duel here. Brett Gardner, bottom of the 5th inning, 62. That's a 45. That's not going to do it. It's a fly out to right because that is the 3rd out. So it's an F9. And it's a 1-2-3 inning by Noah Syndergaard. Behind the power of Yoenis Cespedes and Lucas Duda, the 25th seed Mets have a 2-0 lead going into the 6th inning. Jose Reyes, he's 0 for 2, 31 as a 14 against the lefty. He's got the Z3, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jose Reyes. 65 is a 35, so he doesn't have any walk ratings. He is going to be batting from the left, so he's going to pop it up to 3rd. That's going to be a P5. As Drupal Cabrera 0 for 2. 41 is a 24. And against the lefty, he's a K6. That's a strikeout by Tanaka. Another strikeout. Yoenis Cespedes, 1 for 2 with a home run. 62 is a 45, and that is going to be a pop fly to right. F9, 1-2-3 inning by Tanaka again. I do need to get the stamina rating for Tanaka, so give me just a second here, guys. So this is the National League. I need to get the American League. Go to New York. There's New York, and look up Tanaka. He is a stamina of 26. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Actually, Noah Syndergaard only has an 18. So he actually is going to have to be pulled. I mean, he doesn't have to, but he keeps losing 1 to each of his stats. Remember in 2017, Noah Syndergaard only started 7 games. He was injured most of the season, and so he did not have his bestest season. But he had the bestest of starts, I would say. So we have a righty and a righty coming up. All righty then, if that's what you have to say. I kind of had these separated kind of a little bit better than I've been doing with pitchers that would be able to come in. I'm actually got to look and see because we're going to need somebody that can go more than 1 inning here. If we can find someone for New York that's got a longer stamina rating. Let's look for Palachek. He's got a pretty good. Here's interesting. Montero. What about Montero? Let's see if we can find Montero here. Montero. Bum, 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 bum. Rafael Montero is going to come in. The pitch here. He did start a bunch of games as well, but he's also listed as a reliever. And let me get his info here. So he's at 25 if he starts and an 8 if he relieves. So we do need somebody that can go an inning or two. So we're going to bring in Rafael Montero. Obviously, he won't be able to start any games. So we have relief pitcher 1, Rafael Montero. And he'll be coming in to face off here in the bottom. Yeah. There we go. All right, so there we go. Sorry. Little. Why are you not focusing, you stupid camera? Hello. Hello, camera. Is it because I adjusted this? Are you serious? Really? Come on now. All right, there we go. All right, so Sterling Castro versus Rafael Montero. Bottom of 6. Yanks have got nothing to show for their efforts so far. 56 is a 22, bases empty 22. Checking the catcher again. That's going to be Arnold, 13 or less. That's a good play. 2-3 put out. 2-3 put out by Aaron Judge. Strikeout and hit by pitch. 15 is a 10. 15 is a 10. That's a single. So Aaron Judge with the single brings up the tying run. Matt Holliday here in the bottom of the 6th. Matt Holliday. Uh-oh. Matt Holliday says, I'll just tie this ball game up, I think. I think I'll just get everyone off their feet. We have to check the park rating. We have to check the park rating. We have to check the park rating because there is a park check rating on this one. Hang on a second. Hang on. Where is it? We got to get the park check rating. That's the wrong game. We're playing this one. Matt Holliday gets a hold of one. The question is, how far is it going? How far is it going? We're in New York. This is a Park Factor 5 building. I will put this down at the bottom. Park Factor 5. All right, so we'll get back to the game now. So, runner first, 1, home run to left field, unless it's a Park Factor 4. This is not a Park Factor 4. Matt Holliday has tied the ball game up with a 2-run home run here in the 6th inning. 2-2 ball game. 1 bad pitch by Rafael Montero, and we got us a tie ball game. Wow. 32 against Chase Headley is a 26. We're back to bases empty 26. That's a 4-3 put out. That's 2 away. And Ronald Torres, and just like that, Matt Holliday gets everyone up off their feet. Ronald Torres, 52-27. And Montero against right-handers has got a K5. That will be a strikeout to end the inning. But 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We go to 7th, just like we started, all tied up and no place to go. Curtis Granderson should be up over here. I'm not sure why I didn't put these cards back. Go to the top of the 7th. 2-2 ball game. All right, let's adjust the camera a little bit again. Torres is playing second base. Happy holidays, says Sports Time Machine. That's right. If you're a Yankees fan, that is happy holidays. Tanaka can go 26. That is 18, 19, 20, 21. He can go another inning, maybe two. Let's see. Curtis Granderson, 55 is a 7, and he's going to start off with something good. That's a single. So Curtis Granderson with the single. Brings up Michael Conforto, the DH. 36, runner first is a 13. That will be a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts by Conforto. Neil Walker, 1 on, 1 out. 32, and that is a 26. 26 is going to be a second baseman check. Speaking of Sterling Castro, he is 22 or less for the error. 22 or less for the error. Not this time. It's an out, and his range is a range 1. So out at first, runner moves to second. So it's a 4-3 put out. But the run moves over into scoring position. Jay Bruce is up. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm just going to put a little asterisk there so I remember that's how far he'll be able to go. 36 is a runner at second. 36 is a 26. And against the lefties, a K6 Tanaka with another strikeout. And that's going to do it in the 7th. That is going to do it in the 7th. I'm just checking something here. Actually, you're right. Torres is actually on. Torres should be on third base because Castro's at second. I think I actually wrote that wrong. So Torres is actually playing third base and Castro's playing second. Didi is not in. Shortstop is. Make sure I didn't screw that up too. I think I did. God damn it. Castro's is second. Yeah, Torres is going to have to be at short, actually. And third base is Chase Headley. Yeah, because I even wrote down Torres shortstop is a 13 R1. So, not sure what I was thinking when I wrote things down. Obviously, my brain wasn't working. So, yeah, just to go over the lineup again, Headley's at third, Torres is short, Didi Gregorius is not in the lineup because there's Didi's card. He doesn't have. He makes a little bit more errors, not much, but a few more errors. And it's kind of a half dozen one way or the other. He is a lefty, though. So with the lefty that started, they didn't want to start Didi because Noah Syndergaard's a lefty. So they brought the Whitey in, right? Sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Sports Time Machine. No Gregorius. I just explained why he's not in the lineup. I can't make every lineup perfect for each team. I just do it on best case scenario. All right, so we're in the bottom of the 7th. Everyone had a chance to hopefully go out and get something to drink as I tried to figure out what we were doing there. So Montero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll put a little star there so I remember that he'll be done after that. So Jacob Ellsbury, 2-2 ball game actually now. If you missed it, bottom of 6th inning, Matt Holliday. It was a Holliday surprise. 2-run home run to tie things up. Bottom of 7, 36. That's a 33 with no one on. 33, and Montero against lefties is a K4, and that's going to be a pop-up to second. P4. Gary Sanchez, 1 for 2. 31, that is a 9. We're going to be testing Montero against the righties. Nope, we're not, because that is an auto hit. So that is a single, because he has nothing against righties. So Montero not good against righties. So 1 on, 1 out. Brings up Greg Bird. Uh-oh. 6 with a runner at first. Greg Bird with a double. And the runner on first is Sanchez. He's an N runner, or else he would have. Actually, how many outs are there? There is only 1 out, so it doesn't matter. It's a double runner to third. Good runners would have scored, but the slow Gary Sanchez does not. Yankees have runners at second and third. And I think that's going to be it for Montero. He was going to be due anyways. So coming into pitch against the left-hander is going to be Gary Blevins versus lefties. Pretty good. So we have Jerry Blevins. He's coming in the 7th inning. And Montero came in the 5th inning. Okay. So Brett Garner has an opportunity. Runners at second and third. Defense will play in. They cannot give up the run here. Thor is right-handed pitcher. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at throw. No. Yeah, I was looking at bats. Damn it. You're right. He is a right-hander. Yep. They still Didi's on the bench. It doesn't matter. He can come in and pinch hit, maybe. Or maybe they're saving him for the next game. I can't. Yeah. So runners at second and third, 1 away. Do you walk Gardner and set up Castro with the double play? Or do you play your defense in? 2-2 ball game, bottom of 7th. Defense is going to play in. They're not going to walk Garner. Jerry Blevins is coming in to do the job. 14 is a 30 with runners at second and third now. What was that number again? 30, thank you. Oh, left fielder. Left fielder for the Mets is Yoenis Cespedes. He's a 45 R2. He's got a range of 2, so it's a fly out to left field. And runner from third comes in to score. And the runner on second, which is Greg Bird, he is a poor runner. He is thrown out at third for the double play, but the Yankees take the lead unless Blevins against lefties is a K9. Forget all that because a K6 to K9 overrides all of that. It is a strikeout. So no run and no double play. So I don't know which team you're rooting for, but Now there's 2 outs with runners at second and third. Defense will play back. 34 is a 31, and we're going to be checking the center fielder. It's not going to matter because it's going to be an out no matter what his range is. So the center fielder, F8, and the Mets get out of the inning, giving up nothing as Jerry Blevins comes in and does his, as Al Red Sox fan likes to say, he does his J-O-B. We go to the 8th, still tied 2-2. Tanaka is, he can face one more guy, which happens to be a lefty, so I think they're going to be making the call to the pen. All right, let's check out his pitcher rating. This is the National League, New York. I need the American League. Thank you. He's only got a stamina of 4. All right. Let's see who else we have. With the lefty coming up, we're trying to save Chapman, obviously, for later. I think Chad Green is going to come in. He seems to be like a good move there, Chad Green. He's got a stamina rating of 9 as a starter and 7 as a reliever. So Chad Green is going to come in and not yet. They are going to leave Tanaka in there as long as they can because he's been doing really good. So, but Chad Green is warming up, the lefty. The only question is who comes after Duda? Righty, a switch hitter, and then a righty. So, yeah. To bring the lefty in now, yeah, I think they're going to do it. They're going to make the call to the pen right now so they can start getting Green and his lefty. So Chad Green is going to come in. Relief pitcher number 1, Chad Green. All right, so Chad Green is going to come in. Lefty to face off against Lucas Duda. Oh, yes. God damn it. Why do I always do that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't, yes, he is a right-hander, but what I'm talking about is the fact that he's good against lefties by the lefty-righty split matchup, right? Because you can have pitchers that are righties and like, so like, let's look at, for example, let's look at this guy here, right? All right. Tommy Canale. He's a right-hander, right? So versus righties is a 61. Versus lefties is a 0-0. Right? So you have a distinct advantage when the righty comes up against the righty versus the lefty. Chad Green, if we look at Chad Green, though, he's good against righties and lefties. So if I had an opportunity to put this guy out with his 0 versus lefties, or I have this guy to put out and he's good against both guys, I'd rather use Chad Green than I would this guy because he's going to be good against both guys. Hope that makes sense. So when I'm talking lefty righty, I'm not really talking about when they throw. I'm talking about how well they do against those lefties and righties. And I've confused everyone, I'm sure. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so that's why Green is coming in because he's good against lefties and righties because we're going to have a lefty and then we're going to have a righty and we're going to have a switch hitter. So there's no sense in bringing in a pitcher that's good against righties but not good against lefties, right? Especially when we're talking about the 8th inning here, and you got Chapman still waiting in the wings. So we are in the top of the 8th after all of that. Sorry. And away we go here. Chad Green comes in. Lucas Duda. 16 is a 28, and that is going to be a 28. And Chad Green's, look at, and also Chad Green. Look at Chad Green. Good Lord. He's a K9 result against both righties and lefties, which means he'll get a lot of strikeout results. In fact, his first one is a strikeout result. Chad Green gets Lucas Duda to swing. Travis Arnold, 54 is a 32. That's probably not going to do it either. And again, K6 to K9 is a strikeout, so that's another strikeout. Jose Reyes, 53 is 19. 19. Check the third baseman. We all know who the third baseman is since we had to figure that out. Chase Headley. He's a 24 R3, so 24 less, another error. Not this time. That's going to be a 5-3 putout, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And nothing to show for it, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. So Judge is up. Blevins has only faced 2, and we figure out what his pitcher rating is. Blevins, he's actually only a 3. So he's faced 2 people so far. So versus right-hander, he's only a 16. So Blevins, yeah, probably a good time to bring him out with Aaron Judge coming up. So I don't care if they throw left, or I don't care if they throw right hand. I don't care if they throw underhand. What I care about is what the rating is against right-handers. And after Aaron Judge is another righty. Boom, 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 boom. Well, it might have to be Chesson Bradford, I think. I mean, the problem is, there's only there's not 100 guys on the team, so I'm trying to keep it so that, like, only guys that have pitched a bunch, like 20 or more innings, would be on the team at this point in the season. We're not using, like, 100-man rosters, right? So I can't just use a guy that's only pitched 1 inning or something. This guy's pretty good too. Let's see here. Paul Sewald. He pitched 65 innings. He's very good against right-handers. So Paul Sewald is coming in. Very good against right-handers. So if the Yankees want to pull Judge to put in a left-hander, go ahead, go for it. So Paul Sewald. Oh, I need to write his name down, don't I? Paul W-A-L-D. Paul Sewald. I don't remember him at all. Sorry, if you're a Mets fan, I don't know him much, but he seems very good. He's got a K3 result and a K6 against righties. Don't put him up against a lefty, though. You'll get a lefty against Chase Headley, though. But he's very good against right-handers. Let's see what his Sewald. One of these days, I'm going to actually mark down all of them. Yeah, he's got a stamina of 5, so he's got a little bit of stamina. Good. All right. So bottom of 8, Judge versus Paul Sewald. All this managerial decision-making that I have to do might come for naught. Is Aaron Judge one swing of the bat, 32. Not this time. That's a 26. That's a 4-3 putout. Little ground ball to second base. We know second baseman is Neil Walker, unless I screwed that up too. big Matt Holliday, Big Daddy, with the 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Could be one of the Yankees' favorite players here if he could get another one. 16, that is a 24 against a right-hander. That is a strikeout. Matt Holliday down on strikes. Chase Headley, he will bat from the left. 24, that's a 13 strikeout. Unless he's got a K1. He does not have a K1. So it is a strikeout. We go to the 9th, still tied. 2-2. Zeros on the board. Chad Green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can go to here. So he can go through this inning probably. And then hopefully, Chapman can come in at some point. As Drupal Cabrera, 33 is a hit. So the Mets got a hit. What kind of hit is it? And don't tell me it could be. Let's see. That is a 65 hit. That is a bomb. It is going. Oh, no, wait. It's a single. Just teasing you. As Jewel Cabrera with the single. Yoenis Cespedes, runner at first. Now we have to really think about managerial decisions here. Wow. The Mets have every single player on their team, except for 2, are the worst bunters in the league. The only 2 that are good are Neil Walker and Jose Reyes. Everyone else is bottom of the barrel. And we're not doing managerial steals because I don't want to call a steal at the wrong time and then have someone get all bent out of shape. Chapman's not worried about the save. He's not worried about the save. He was worried about if we go extra innings coming in the right time. That's what you think with the runner at first. No, I'm going to leave Chad Green in there. I don't think that was the right time to bring him in. There's not a pressure situation. Yoenis Cespedes, Chad Green, 24, and strikes out Cespedes. Big strikeout there by Chad Green. Curtis Granderson, he is a 1-0 on his bunt attempt, so 21 is a 32 with runner at first. 32 is a fly to right. Runner holds. F9. 2 away. So far, the single's gone nowhere. Michael Conforto, 24 and 13. And just like that, it's a 1-2-3 inning after the single. And good call by the manager by not bringing in Chapman. Thank you very much. If you want to manage your teams, feel free. Can't please everyone, can you? All right, so we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Sewell, let's see. You came in. You did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like... Actually, I think he came in the 8th. I didn't put the line down. So I think he can actually go 2 more. Yeah, he'll go as far as he can go. Ronald Torres, and we are 3 outs from going extras. We've played 2 games so far in this tournament. Both of them have gone extras. Are we going to be 3 for 3 in extra inning games? 31, that is an 8, and Torres is going to start off with a 45 or less. Sewell will get him. He gets him on the out. That will be a 6-3 put out. Jacob Ellsbury, lefty. Sanchez is a righty and then a lefty. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4. Does he pitch to Ellsbury? He will pitch to Ellsbury. 51. That is a 9 again, and he's got a 0, so that'll be an auto single. That's where you come into problems. Anytime you need to test the pitcher and they're a 0, it's an automatic hit on 7, 8s, and 9s. 7s, 8s, and 9s will all be where you test the pitcher. So anytime you get those results and you got a 0 on your pitcher, that'll be an auto single. So that's why you run into danger about that. And now he's going to face the right-hander Gary Sanchez. Try to get Sanchez to ground into the double play. 35, that is a 22 with a runner on first. 2-2. We're going to be testing the catcher, Denarnold. He's a 13 R2. Very good defender. 13 or less. He makes the out, and he is a range of 2. Out at first, runner moves to second. Yeah, he's a range of 2. And actually, no, hang on a second. Paul Sewald has actually got a balk of 3 rating. So out at first, runner to second, unless you have a balk of 2 or 3. Instead, you balk and the runner moves to second base. So moving to second base on the balk is Paul Sewell. And Ellsbury gets into scoring position. 1 hit here in the bottom of the 9th. Gary Sanchez. 1-5. And, ooh, that is an 8. So we're going to be testing Sewell. 45 or less will be the out. If he does not get this out, it could be over. He does get the out, and that is going to be a pop to short. Runner stays at second. P6. So that is 2 away now, and Greg Bird is up. And that is going to be it for Sewell, though, as the lefty comes out. Oh, my God, I can't not mix these up, can I? I got to make sure, because they're both New York, and they don't label them as New York National League and New York as American League. So, all right, so I got to make sure I don't mess everything up. So with the lefty coming up, okay, with the lefty. Looks like it's going to be Robles here. Very good against lefties. And you got 2 lefties in a row coming up. So Hansel Robles is coming in to face off against Greg Bird. So we are in the 9th. Hansel and Gretel. Remember the story of Hansel and Gretel? Where they go. Let's see if this is going to be a fairy tale ending for Greg Bird. He's struck out twice so far. And he doubled in the 7th inning. Let's see what he does in the 9th. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. If he does get an out, we will go into extra innings. Greg Bird, 64 with runner at second. Let me make sure I get the right chart. 64 is a 41. That is maybe, let's see here. Runner steals third. Holy cow, wait a minute here. Holy cow, you're not going to believe this. 64 on Greg Bird. That's 64. You are not going to believe what I just think. So you see 64 is a 41, right? So let's see what 41 is now. 41 says, runner steals third, goes home on a wild throw, error on the catcher. poor runner poor runner on second. Poor runner on second, out at first, runner holds. That's a 3-1 put out. If the pitcher has a wild pitch rating of 3, it's a wild pitch and the runner moves to third. So there is a runner on second, Ellsbury, at the plate, Greg Bird. Pitching is Hansel Robles. Runner steals third, goes home on the wild throw, error on the catcher. Poor runner on second. Who's on second? It is Jacob Ellsbury. He is a good runner. So if you are a poor runner and you're on second, the play is going to be out at first and the runner holds. But he is not a poor runner, so we can ignore that. The second thing is a wild pitch of 3. Wild pitch of 2 for Hansel Robles, so we can ignore that comment. So both of the exceptions are not in play because he's not a poor runner and the pitcher is not a wild pitch of 3. So then you take the result of the play, which is runner steals third and then goes home on a wild throw, error to the catcher, and the Yankees win on a wild runner steals third. Catcher tries to pick him off. He throws it in the left field and coming around to score on the stolen base. Wow, what an ending to the game. On the stolen base by Jacob Ellsbury. Bad throw by Arnold, who we've had several times we had to check his defense of 13. He doesn't make many errors, and in this case tries to get the runner out at third. Throws it wide to third. It goes into left field, and coming home, Jacob Ellsbury to win the game. Walk-off steal of third, and then E2 to come home. And the Yankees somehow survive on the E2 in the bottom of the ninth. Wow, what a game. What an ending. I was like, we've probably played 20 of these National Pastime Next Generation. I've never seen a 41. And so I looked at it and I'm like, whoa, this one looks interesting. So I thought I would go through it step by step. So anytime you have a result like this one here, let's just take this one as an example. 36 is a wild pitch, runner to third. And then anytime after that, there's an exception that says, unless the pitcher has a wild pitch of 0 or a wild pitch of 1, then this happens instead. So in this case, there's 2 exceptions. So if the runner on second base was a poor runner, that's what the P is. Let me bring this up so you guys can maybe read it a little bit better, hopefully. Let's see if it'll actually zoom in. There we go. So you can see runner, it's the 1 right there. Let's see here. 41, runner steals third, goes home on the wild pitch. Then you see it says P in red. So if the runner on second is a poor runner, he's out at first. The batter would be out at first, and the runner holds. So it'd just be a third base to first base put out on that case. And then the second example, or the second exception, is the wild pitch of 3. In that case, it's just a wild pitch, and the runner moves to third. But in this case, the pitcher is not a wild pitch of 3. He's got a wild pitch of 2. So that exception doesn't help. So it's runner steals third, goes home on a wild throw, error on the catcher. So 41 is going to be a walk-off for the Yankees as they win 3-2 on the bad throw by Travis Arnold. The New York Mets home run in the first, home run in the second, and then somehow, some way they lose it in the bottom of the ninth on a wild, wild finish. That is going to be 2 runs for the Mets on a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 2 runs and 4 hits and 1 error for the Mets. The Yankees, 3 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits by the Yankees and 1 error. So 2 runs and 4 hits and an error by the Mets, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error by the New York Yankees. And the number 8 team survives a close one here at Yankee Stadium, and they will advance to the second round in our one and done tournament. And what a game that ended up turning out to be. What an ending, too. Wow, our 3 games that we've had 2 extra innings games, and we had one that won in the bottom of the 9th inning. This is going to turn out to be a great tournament. So thanks to Robbie and Larry and Al and Sports Time Machine and everyone else that came by today. Dave Garner, of course, good friend of the channel. Bobby, I didn't even see Bobby pop in. She was here for a little while. And Ken Castro, good friend of the channel, and Baseball Demos as well. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming out. Ooh, what a game. The Yankees survive, and they will take on, let's go back to our little bracketology here. Where is our bracket? Here we go. If we bring that back up. So the Yankees survive. They're going to take on the winners of the Rockies and the Padres. So the Yankees, let's put the final score in. The Yankees scored 3, 1 in the bottom of the 9th, and the New York Mets scored 2. So the New York Yankees will survive and move on. Wonder if it timed out because I've had it up for a while. Come on, let's go. Yeah, it didn't save it for some reason. All right, let's try that again. Yankees 3, Mets 2. Submit the scores. Wow, what a game. The Subway Series lived up to the hype, as our good friend Sports Time Machine was hyping it up good during his live stream from the 8 to 9 o'clock hour, and I do appreciate that. And he was hyping it up, and I'm like, oh man, it's never going to live up to the hype. But ladies and gentlemen, this one did live up to the hype. And Hansel Robles doesn't even get a pitch off, and steal of third base by Jacob Ellsbury, and the sneaky little guy, Travis DeArnold, tries to pick him off, throws it into left field, and around comes Jacob Ellsbury to score the game winner for the New York Yankees. What an ending. So thanks everyone for coming out. Appreciate it. We will see you all next time, as we will have, all right, for some reason it's not updating, we will have the Chicago Cubs, the 7 seed, taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Chicago, Cincinnati, 7 seed versus the 26 seed. And you might think to yourself, oh, that's a whiteout. I don't need to come see that. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, in our 2015 tournament, the Cincinnati Reds, the 29th seed of the tournament, won that. As a matter of fact, I think I actually have that saved still, if I can get my stupid computer to work. What's going on here, you jerk thing? Let's load it up again, right? I think I still have that one saved. Okay, so go back to my, here it is. Let's see. There it is. If you missed it out, the Cincinnati Reds, the 29th seed, had to defeat the 4 seed Kansas City Royals. They had to defeat the 13 seed Minnesota Twins. They had to defeat the 12 seed San Francisco Giants. They had to defeat the number 1 seed St. Louis Cardinals. And then, to top it all off, they had to face off against the LA Dodgers, the number 6 seed. And you see what happens. The Cincinnati Reds, the 29th seed from our 2015 one and done tournament, pulled out the victory 1-0. And the one run was scored by the most unlikely of plays that you could possibly imagine that would win it for the Cincinnati Reds. It was a home run by none other than Billy Hatcher, who hit 1 home run all season. That's the only run of the game. So you never know in a one and done tournament what happens or what's going to happen. Alrighty, guys. Well, hopefully I got you hyped up to come back and watch some more. That's it here as the New York Mets from Yankee Stadium go home happy. The Mets lose 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. The Yankees 3 runs and 8 hits, 1 error. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming by.